We look at some more stories, and the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana says it is disappointed over a statement making rounds in certain social media circles alleging an outbreak of Ebola and attempts by political leaders to cover up several cases of people dying. So we're going over to the phone line. We're trying to get you a soundbite on this particular issue, but it has to do with the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana expressing disappointment over a statement making rounds in certain social media circles alleging an outbreak of Ebola. So we have on the phone line this afternoon, he is the president of the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana, James Ohiminche. Good afternoon, thanks for your time.
Good afternoon, Wendy.
Now, you doing very well, thank you. You have come out with a statement denying the allegation that this information going around in social media circles isn't from the Pharmaceutical Society. Is that the case?
Yes, Wendy.
And what is being done about the issue?
Wendy, the purported claims on the tape are totally false, mischievous, and most regrettable. I don't know why the perpetrator or perpetrators made reference to our AGM, probably just to attain some credibility for such careless, unguarded, and baseless statement. But we wholly dissociate ourselves from the tape.
But did Ebola come up at your AGM, and what was really said at the AGM?
You know, when we meet annually, we have some scientific sessions. And because of the importance of Ebola, you know, we had a scientific session on Ebola, you know, very short, about 15 minutes of discussion. You know, and the idea was to prepare pharmacists so that they can do community sensitization in their churches, in their mosques, and so on. That is all. And I must tell you that at the AGM, when the Ebola issue was being discussed, the chief director of the Ministry of Health was there.
Can you speak up, James?
Sorry.
Okay, we're listening.
Sorry.
I can hear you now. I was asking you to speak up.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that when the Ebola issue was being discussed, the chief director of the Ministry of Health was there. The Eastern Regional Minister, was also there. And there was no discussion of Ebola, you know, being spread. So I don't know how the perpetrators decided to do that. Okay.
But is there any action going to be taken? Are you tracking where the source is from?
Yes, we are doing that, but we are also appealing to the national security apparatus to investigate the source of the tape. I believe that they have the means to investigate and then bring any person behind it to face the full rigors of the law.
Okay, now being
very bad.
Okay, so how soon are you hoping to get some results if you've spoken to the national security? Have they given you timelines?
Well, you see, security issues are not often put out in the media, you know, but I know that they are working on it.
I'm asking because this is also in the media and it's on several social media platforms, so everybody is concerned and would want to know who really is behind this.
Yeah, but you see, when you are trying to track the perpetrators of such acts, you don't let your intentions be known by everybody.
Okay, but
I know that we'll get to the bottom of the matter and the perpetrators will definitely be smoked out.
Okay.
Punished accordingly.
Quickly before I let you go, you being part of Ghana's health sector, and you did indeed mention that the Ebola situation did come up at your AGM. Do you think that we're handling our preparation and response properly?
Absolutely, yes. I think the ministry is doing its best. So, in fact, the Pharmaceutical Society reiterates its firm belief in all the tests and results conducted on all suspected cases so far by the Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research.
Okay.
So we know that Ebola, is not in Ghana, and inshallah, Ebola will never be in Ghana.
We're doing our best, but is that enough?
Sorry?
We're doing our best, like you stated, but is that enough? Can we do better?
Well, there is always room for improvement, Wendy, isn't it?
Yes, there is.
There is always room for improvement. So we'll continue to work and do better.
Okay. Well, I have been speaking with, thank you very much indeed, James Ohemiche. I've been speaking with the president of the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana, and it's really regarding the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana saying it is disappointed over a statement making rounds in certain social media circles alleging an outbreak of Ebola and attempts by political party leaders to cover up several cases, people dying. We have a soundbite on that also.
I can't even type as fast as my heart is beating. Whoever made that recording is a very, very evil person. There is no Ebola in Ghana. There's no way we can have Ebola in Ghana and health authorities and politicians will hide it. Because according to international health regulations, Ebola is a notifiable disease. Even if you get one, you report to the WHO. There is no way we can get an Ebola case and hide it. When you get one Ebola case, you do contact tracing and trace as many people as possible who have come into contact with that case. It is not possible to hide an Ebola case, and nobody is hiding an Ebola case. It is very important that we do not mislead the public to think that health workers and politicians are conniving to lie to them. If we continue to fuel this, then should we get a case, we are going to end up like unfortunate Liberia and Sierra Leone, where community members are not taking instructions from health workers. It is the same thing that caused Patrick Sawyer, whose sister had died of Ebola in Liberia and was placed under surveillance and quarantine because he was a contact and he himself knew he was not well, sneaked away on a flight and ended up transporting the disease from Liberia to Nigeria as we speak. And health workers have been infected, some have already died. We need community support. If we do not get community support on our side, when Ebola comes to Ghana, it will spread and kill all of us. We shouldn't let people lose faith in the system. Nobody is hiding Ebola. No politician can force a health worker to hide Ebola. I repeat. So do not circulate that message. If you circulate this message, anything we are telling the community, they will not believe it. And that will be to our doom. Please, do not circulate that message. It is false. And this is Dr. Alberta Nyaku speaking. I wish that person had identified herself. Thank you.